gentlemen, welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Your boy, DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. It's a great day, great time in the season. It's a beautiful week. In the studio today is Sunday, but when you guys be seeing this, it'll probably be a Monday or Tuesday. So hope everything is going well. Hope your week is going well, and hope you have more and more blessings. I'd like to thank you guys for continue to view the show, continue to tell a friend what we got going on. I appreciate you guys. Once again, I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsors. 605 Adult Beverages, much love to you guys. You guys sponsor the show. If you don't know what 605 is an adult mixer. Basically, it's infused with THC and alcohol. It's the first THC alcohol beverage that's mixed already in the bottle. So they sponsor the show. Shout out to you guys. Also, I have to give a big shout out to my other sponsor, Red Core Universe, for making culturally distinct, not just domestic, but international. We be on Tubi, we be on Roku. So if you guys ever view us, we there. You're going to see us on the radio. So we're moving. We're going slowly. You know what I'm saying? We're not making a lot of noise, but we're making an impact. So I thank you guys, because it's not for me, it's from you guys. So today I got some, I'm going to say some special guests. You know, all my guests are special, right? These two sisters, you know, I've been knowing one of them a while, and I met the other one probably, about 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And I just felt their energy. They had this good magnetic energy that I said, you know what? I like to bring them sisters on a podcast. Not just because they look good, not just because, you know, they look good to the eye, but they had a good opinion, and I want to bring them on the show to talk about some things that we're going to talk about. Nothing serious, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of serious things going on, and like Tam over here looking at me like, what is he talking about? So I want to introduce you guys. I'm not going to say y'all full name. I'm just going to say y'all first name. That's fine?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Shout out to Tam and Deborah.
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Y'all good? Yes. I got my legs. Oh, we all. Let me go and cross my legs.
Because I got looking at that.
I'm formal.
Great minds think alike.
So how you guys doing?
Good.
Y'all good?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So before every show, this is what I like to do. That's why I have, a little guys that's watching this. This is water that we all like to stay hydrated because it's 104 degrees outside. So therefore, we gotta drink
and grape juice
and grapefruit. Communion, right? Communion. Right. So we're gonna take a shot. We're gonna take a drink for welcoming you guys to the show. Thank you guys for coming to the show.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Let's see if Deborah takes it.
Bam!
Ooh.
You good?
Ooh, she took a gulp. A gulp.
Uh-huh.
So look, let's get started. I want some of the people to get to know who you guys are. I know they probably see y'all in the streets. Not like that, because I know y'all don't be outside. But y'all probably do be outside. But outside as in going outside, but not outside as in going out. So starting with Deborah, let the people, where you from originally?
I was born in California.
Shout out.
Raised in Texas. So I've been here in Houston for about 25 years. It's been a while, about 20 years. But I'm really country, because I moved to when my parents left L.A. area. We came to West Texas, Midland, Odessa.
Oh, Midland, okay.
Midland.
Damn.
So
Midland,
it was about
Texas.
In my town. It was about maybe say about 10,000 people, and maybe 100 black people.
Wow. So you was there during your high school years?
High school all the way up. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
High school, one middle school, like 3 elementary. So yeah, but it was advantages to that though. It was a good thing.
Was that because of military?
No. It used to be a military base there, but not anymore. It closed down once we got there.
I'm saying the reason y'all moved
No. So the reason we moved, we was on our way to Oklahoma, but we ran out of money.
Oh.
And my grandma lived there, so we stopped for a little bit to get some money, and we just ended up staying there.
Wow. Damn. From California to West Texas to Houston.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Wow.
We weren't supposed to be there.
Okay, so you have like kind of the best of both worlds, because L.A., which is a major city, then you move to pure country.
Yes.
to cobblestone. I'm not cobblestone, but sand and
Tumbleweeds,
dirt, tumbleweeds,
storms, all of that.
Wow.
Yeah, sandstorms. It was horrible.
And now you're in Houston.
Yes.
Which is both.
I've always wanted to live in Houston. I came to visit when I was like in high school. My aunt used to live here, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna live here when I get older.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, I love this. I love the city, so I ended up coming back.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Pleasure. What about yourself, Tam? Where you from?
I am a native Houston.
H-Town.
Born and raised.
South side.
Born and raised.
South
H-Town.
side. What part?
South side.
Oh, you are from So you're from the South Side. Third Ward?
I am.
Or
I
what?
am. Not Third Ward. I am more of Southwest Side, Hiram Clark, Missouri City
Okay.
area.
Okay.
But I went to school in Third Ward, TSU.
Oh, shout out to TSU. But y'all
Yeah.
know, look, I don't want to do this, I normally someone from another HBCU that comes on the show, I always got to represent my HBCU. Shout out to Southern University, but TSU is it's another great school that,
Okay.
And Langston University.
Yeah, shout
Oh,
out.
you're too late.
Okay.
You already had your you already had your introduction.
I was trying to
TSU.
leave it out, but
I'm a three-time graduate of Texas Southern University.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations on that. So you've been in Houston all your life, pretty much.
All my life.
So you know what's funny? Me being from New Orleans, and we don't really have in college. We don't really have nothing outside of Baton Rouge. When I went to college, Southern and LSU, it was a college town, right? So we didn't have like places to go out. We didn't have places to eat like that. When I was in school here in Texas, these kids got like everything. Like they got every single restaurant, every single place they can go out and eat. They smoke. Well, back then they didn't smoke hookah, but they could they could do the every event. They can travel wherever they want to go. I'm like, damn, these kids are so advanced. Outside of what I experienced, was that the same thing for you in Houston?
No, not really, because when I went to college, I was older. I was older, and I was married, and I just wasn't a part of the real college life.
Got you. Oh, when
Yeah.
you're younger.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right. Yeah.
So speaking of marriage,
Dun, 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 dun.
well, I'm just saying, since you brought it up, I didn't bring it up, you did. So
Okay, y'all, he didn't tell us our topic, so we just kind of here trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
No, all right. So this is a question I'm just asking, because speaking of marriage, so you was married in college.
While I was, yes.
And
Actually, my husband encouraged me to go back because I was a teacher assistant. I was just as happy being a teacher assistant. I didn't ever have to go to school. But he was just kind of like, you're doing everything the teacher's doing. Why don't you go to school? And I was like, I'm tired of school. And he said, you know what? I tell you what, go. Get in there. Go one semester. Just see if you like it. If you don't like it, stop. If you do, keep going. And I just kept going and going and going. And I became like a professional student at one time. And so that's why I have 3 degrees. But yeah, I was married when I went to college. So I didn't get the real college life.
Deborah, you was married too while in college?
No, not in college.
But this is after college.
It was after college, yeah.
I want to ask you guys this because I want to, this is going to be kind of like a help for the young ladies out there.
Okay.
And women, you guys, even though you guys are still fairly young. Marriage. I know most people want to get married. Most women, is that?
A lot of women do want to get married. I believe that.
Like they want to be with one person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That's the goal.
Of the opposite sex.
That's the goal, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys was married, married still? Or
I'm married.
Married
Yes.
and was married, but you guys experienced that. How does a woman get married? Like how does it, like in this state in Houston, y'all know what's going on in Houston. Y'all know it's got a lot of stuff going on in Houston. You can experience what you want to experience. We're the most diverse city outside of Canada, Toronto, Canada, in almost the world. You have a pick of the litter. You could pick a man from being dirt poor to extremely rich, right? How does a person not even pursue, but get pursued from someone to get married? Because you guys achieved it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You want to go first or
Yeah.
me?
Don't try.
Don't try. Let him find
Don't
you.
try.
What you mean?
You don't seem eager to get married. Just don't. I mean, you're not. I mean, don't try. Don't act like it's a priority for you to get married.
Okay.
I agree.
Because when you're desperate like that, guys can sense that, and
Absolutely.
that pushes them away.
Okay.
It's kind of an unconscious thing, and you may not know that you're doing it, but you know, when you kind of seem desperate to get married, guys, they feel that and they like, nah, they back off. But when you act like you don't care and you're not really trying and that's not the goal, it's like whatever it is, then yeah.
Desperate. So what define desperate?
Because
now
in what? In dating?
Because all right, so the term desperation is different from then to now. Because now desperate people, women are proposing to men.
They're proposing to men. That's desperate.
See what I'm saying? Is it?
Yes.
He gave you the example.
How? It's a different day and age.
Okay.
For instance, I'm gonna give you a good example. I'm counting in 2024.
Well,
I think, you know what though? I think desperation is, I think that men need to know that you can take them or leave them. And when a man knows you can't do without him, is that where you're going with desperation?
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, when a man knows you can't do without him, that's not good.
What you mean? Isn't that
like you'll do whatever to keep them.
Yeah.
Like nothing, they can't do no type of offense to you. So you'll do whatever. They cheat, it's okay.
What's
Come
wrong
on
with that
back.
though?
You're accepting of everything. That's desperate too. You accept everything they do.
So now y'all about to get me started because now I'm gonna take my old roots back.
Okay.
Or old roots. And you guys probably heard this before from a grandmother or a mother. Now, they always said that if you get married, work on your marriage. That person is gonna mess up multiple times. But don't give up on your marriage because they're human just like you, right? Why is this culture, today's culture, even the older women, why are they so easy to give up? Like, do you guys think marriage is supposed to be a perfect union between two people? When I say perfect union, two parties are living perfect lives and doing every single thing they're supposed to be doing every day?
No. But I think it's options too. Why people give up so quickly is you got more options out there. If you think back to our grandma days and way back when, there wasn't that many options.
They weren't working.
And there
a lot of the ladies
more
weren't
kids
working.
involved too. You know, my family, my moms and dads, they have 7 and 8 brothers and sisters. Like it was bigger families. So your options are not the same as now when, you know, you maybe have 2 kids and you could get back out there real quick and people will get remarried and things like that. So I think it's options.
And beyond children,
All right.
grandma didn't make her own money.
Yeah, that's
Grandpa worked.
Okay.
Her ass wanted to leave.
Oh, you think so?
She didn't have the financial means to leave.
Yep.
But she wanted to. But see, now women are working and making money and some more than men. So that, you know, they wanted to leave then. You know, my grandma and grandpa were together probably 50 years till death did them part.
That's right.
Oh, but he had babies on and all kind of stuff. You think she didn't want to leave?
No.
But a lot of times the men were making the money, and so they just didn't have the financial means to leave. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then answering your earlier question, I've been married for 26 years, but I got married in my early to mid 20s.
Let me give you a hand clap for that. There you go.
Because that's rare nowadays. However, I got married in my early 20s. You probably got married young as well. It wouldn't be as easy for me now.
You think
know
so?
What I mean? I think when people get married young, if you get married young, in other words, I'm in my 50s, I think it would be more difficult if I were single trying to get married now. I just think that men are different. I also think that when you meet young, it's just different when you meet at a younger age versus when you meet older.
You're not telling me what's the difference.
You're setting your ways more.
Oh, okay. Now I need the truth. There
You're
we go.
setting
That's what
your
I'm waiting
ways.
for.
Like you know, it's not a lot of
because I don't have the experience in my 50s. I'm still married.
Right.
It's easy to cut somebody off because it's like, you too loud.
And women making money now, so it's like,
Really?
bye.
Seriously.
But all right. So that takes us to, and this is because you guys said this. I'm pretty sure you know. I want you guys are going to be the spokesman for some women out here, right? Not all, some, right? Middle-aged, beautiful black women, right? So that leads me to this about the alpha mentality. I never heard that before from women, right? Because I'm going to take it back. So today is Sunday, so I'm going to go in the word right quick. So God made woman from man. You guys agree?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So prior to a woman being here, the man was here, right?
Okay.
We're trying to see if we agree. He put the man to sleep to take the woman out of the man because the things that he couldn't do, he put in the woman.
Okay.
Y'all agree?
Go ahead.
So now, if Eve came out the rib saying, Adam, you're going to do X, Y, and Z because this is what I'm supposed to do. You don't think that's kind of backwards? Like she started commanding him to do certain things.
She wouldn't have to command him if he was already doing it.
What you mean?
Bam!
No,
Ding, 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 ding.
And that's what I'm saying. Women, when you talk about the alpha female, it's
Come on
because they have to be the alpha female.
They
Not
don't
because
wanna
we
be.
want to.
They don't want to be.
I desperately don't want to be the alpha
Okay.
female,
Yeah.
but it's because I have to be.
When there is no leader, a leader will
Yes.
emerge.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. So now, can a woman that has been living a alpha personality, alpha lifestyle, can she go back?
Yes, she calls it
To a beta.
She calls it refreshing.
I'm talking about go back to a
it
man.
might be difficult because you have to adapt to your environment. So when you adapt as an alpha female, it's in order to survive. You trying to
Okay.
survive out there in the streets, like you would say. But then when you're taken out of that environment and maybe you're given an alpha male, your mindset may be still in that I need to survive. So it's hard to come out of that for a female.
Okay.
Like
For
a
some,
male have to be really patient and be like, hey, I got this. Like, I don't want you doing nothing. That trust, that foundation and trust have to be set.
For some.
For some.
Because I
For
know
some.
somebody who's experienced that.
Yeah.
And she's like, wow, this is refreshing.
Yeah, when
He
you
plans
tired.
the dates, he takes the lead. This
Yeah.
is, I could sit back. This is refreshing.
Yeah.
And they're moving, they're transitioning well.
So hold up.
So it just depends, I think,
It's
on the
when
person.
you're tired. I'm at that point to where I'm tired of
Yeah.
being the alpha female. So if you come
Right.
in, I'm like, oh yeah.
So-
Some men need to step it up.
So you're looking for a man. Not
I'm
looking
not
for a
looking
woman,
for a
but if a
man.
man comes, are you open to saying yes?
Keyword
Am I
man.
open? Wait.
Are you
said,
open?
am I open to saying yes,
Yes
to
to
what?
that possibility of a quote unquote
Uh-huh.
alpha man coming in and taking the load.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what is the load? Not the load for you. I wanna ask both y'all this because we also in this day and age where of course the man is the provider, right? And the man
Should be. You said right. Like, that's happening. That's the
She
problem.
like, yes.
I mean, that's what I hear anyway. But I think they should be. But I don't
Well,
think that's you got.
I'm gonna break it down.
You got drizzles.
I'm gonna break it down.
Okay.
Because today and age, the way these bills are set up, people going 50-50.
Exactly.
You
Well,
feel me?
I don't disagree with sharing bills.
Because these bills ain't like how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah, but I didn't say 50-50.
50-50. When I say 50-50, the man takes the majority of the big bills.
That's not 50-50 then.
That is. She might take care of the house. She might take the little insurance or whatever, and that's it.
Not 50-50. When they say 50-50, they're literally talking about down the
and
middle. Half and half.
What's wrong with that?
Hey, first of all, I just think it depends on who's making the most money. If we want to be
You're not the
mature about it.
provider. You're not the
Okay.
provider.
If we want to be
yeah.
mature about it, but even if the woman is the provider, why would you have a man making $30,000 a year, you making $150,000, he making $40,000 a year, and this is your man, and you talking about pay most of the bills because you the man? You make most of the
Yeah,
money.
I
It's
agree
who
with
makes the
that.
most money. If we're
But
being
that's-
mature about it,
That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking you the question because
Yeah.
a lot of women have that mentality.
They do.
they
Because-
do, and I'm talking to them.
Thank you. Because this is proven fact, and this is nothing I'm making up. This is a stat. Black women are the most successful at becoming entrepreneurs from 2000 to 2024. Right? They're the most profit earning group of women since 2020, and it's advancing. So I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, okay, if these women are gaining all this profit, they're starting these businesses, that means they're getting capital. They're making a lot of money. So the most of the men, they could be making, even the men could be making $75,000 to $80,000 or $100,000, and still these women could be making $400,000-$500,000 a year. To your point, do you think it's fair? Even though that's I get two large numbers, just a little smaller. Say if she's making 150 and the man is making 40. All right, do you think it's fair that that man takes majority of the bills because he's the man?
Of course not. Because see, I don't agree with that. That's
Okay.
not realistic.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. The average person in America makes about $65,000 a year.
No,
know what I mean?
no, it's lower than that.
It's about $65,000 a year. The last data that I looked at.
It's 35,000. And if you
United States Bureau of Statistics, because
No.
that's what I looked at.
I break it down to cultures. Not
you break. Okay, so you're looking at cultures. I'm
said
looking at
African
overall.
American.
African American.
Got you.
It's like
Okay.
it's like
African American.
If we're talking about African
it's
American,
$35,000 a year household
okay,
average
right.
in America.
So
That's-
how can you expect him to pay half? So I don't agree with that. But I also believe a lot of women that are actually in relationship. I'm talking about in relationships
Okay.
that are making 150,000 a year, and they met this man making 40,000 a year. Most of these women, I don't think they mind paying some of the
I'm
bills.
asking Deborah,
You're
since
talking
she
to
is
the
single.
ones that are not in relationships that have the problem. But those in relationships, they know what they're in. They know what
Yeah.
they got. A lot of them don't mind paying a lot of the bills. They just want them to be good to her, not cheat, and treat them right
You
and
think
be
so?
there for them. That's what I think. But I
Okay.
haven't done the research on it.
So I'm glad that's
That's
why I'm
the
glad
old
I got both of you guys up here because you're married and she's single. So
Okay.
from a married woman, I could understand that because you know what I'm saying. I could understand that. That's fair. That's a fair approach. Nothing wrong with that. So can I ask the single sister over here to your left?
Sure.
So if the camera is on you, man.
I know. No, I'm playing. Go
So would you accept that if you was making most of the money and you met a good guy? That's a cliche term. If you met
Good
a
guy.
if you met a guy that was taking care, well, he was trying to take care of the responsibilities, but he made less than you, probably about 50%. You made 80, he made 40. Would you expect him to pay majority of the bills?
No,
Oh,
not at all.
okay.
So when I was married, all of our check or balance or what we used to pay the bills, it went in one pot
Okay.
from both of our paychecks. And
Okay.
it was a percentage. So calculating it like that, and then we had our spending money and things like that. So no, and obviously his percentage, whatever he make is going to be less than my percentage.
Right.
And so that's just no, I wouldn't expect for him to pay all the bills because he wouldn't be able to.
So if majority of the women that you know or hang around have that mentality, because I'm trying to start a community, right? Not a community, not a toxic community, but a community to where we can help each other out, right? And if women have this understanding or this way about life, why we can't educate each other on that?
But I think it's the group. You got to look at the type of women because I think the type
Age
of
groups.
women that don't think like we do, that's the ones that the guys are more attracted to.
What type?
I don't know about that.
No, well, I'm
Guys
just
are
saying.
very attracted to you.
Well, no.
To me?
Well, they are, but I'm saying if you look at influencers, social media influencer, or maybe women that have,
You're talking about
things
younger
done.
women.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're
no,
40s, 50s. You talking about Gen Zs, like younger women? maybe?
They may be younger, but they still
Okay.
look like us. They may be
Right.
younger because they've had so much things done and
Enhancements, yeah.
enhancements and stuff like that. But guys be liking that. Although there is a movement now, they be like, no, they don't like all that.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say all guys do, but I feel like individual women that we do, within our circle, even men and women in our circle, they have that same mindset.
Why you think that? Because you think, now I have a theory. I have what they call a big city theory. I think in major cities it's like that. I think outside the major cities not like that. It's
I'm sure.
only
They
in
have
big
less
cities,
options.
right? Because you have, it's like you go to what's your favorite restaurant?
Papa does.
So you like seafood.
Love it.
So it's like you go into a buffet. You got crab legs, you got oysters, you got scallops, you got
everything.
you got catfish, you got tilapia, you got redfish, you got buku options.
Yeah.
Right. So in the big city, you got nothing but options.
And
then
men more than women.
right, not well, it's 50-50.
No, but it's more women in the world. We
I'm
10
talking
to
about-
1.
I'm talking about in the. All right, so well, that's true.
So that
That
gives
is
you
true.
guys even more options than what we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm speaking from
Okay.
a woman's point of view. You got all these options, man, and this is why I think why some women enhances themselves that because they're competing. They're competing because they think men want that one thing, and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna stand out and be noticed. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enhance myself, and I'm gonna stand. But from a man, I'm older, but most younger men, I could speak for all men. Men don't even like none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Most men that I know that I hang around that's above me or below me, they don't like no weave. I'm not saying nothing wrong
Is that
with
why
weave.
they don't like black women? Because a large majority of us wear that shit.
Yeah. Right.
Nah, they don't. For some reason, they do not like weave. I don't know why.
So do they date black women?
Yeah, they date black women. They just don't like weave.
They
Okay,
tolerate
and I can
it.
see that.
They may not like
They
it.
tolerate
They tolerate
it.
it.
That's what it is.
They don't like it.
Absolutely.
That's why you can see a sister that's supernatural. I'm talking about no makeup, no nothing.
Brothers don't go for her.
A lot of brothers do go for them.
Caucasian
them
men
the
go for
ones,
her.
Them the ones they marry.
Caucasian men go for her.
Now, you guys.
Brothers don't go for her.
Check me on
Brothers
this.
looking at the Instagram models. I'm telling you.
Well, you know that.
Right?
But look.
Yeah.
An Instagram model passed by with a BBL or something, and that natural woman passes by. A brother ain't looking at that natural woman. Matter of fact, you might even be talking about it, especially the younger men. Oh, but the Caucasian men, they think she's beautiful.
I think the black men think she's beautiful too. But
Oh,
it's
really? Well, they need to act like it.
But you know it's a difference
What?
between dating and marrying. I think they're married to natural sister, but they're date to BBL
Okay.
because it's fun to date, and then it's like a trophy. Everybody likes a trophy on their own.
Why is the natural woman not a trophy? If that's what's beautiful
Well, that's
to
in
them.
their mind.
If that's what's beautiful to them, why is she not a trophy?
Because
though?
I think honestly, we are attracted to our natural ability to see the first woman in our life, which is our mother, right? So however our mother was, which is mostly natural, my age group. Nowadays these mothers, they 25, and they, but my age group, their mothers was natural. So naturally, they're going to be attracted to that. Now, they might not want it because the attitude and all this other stuff. I'm not saying that all
BBL
black women
got an attitude too.
I didn't want to say that. I spoke too fast.
Instagram
See,
models
that's
got an
the-
attitude too. She
I
got
spoke
more
too
of an
fast.
attitude.
Because the attitude,
got more
why
of
the
an
attitude
attitude.
the first thing to
A
come
natural
out?
woman is usually not even all about that.
I spoke too fast. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
All right,
'Cause
I'm listening to you.
Because I didn't want to put it as black women have attitudes. I didn't want
But
to say
a
that.
lot of black women do need to work on their attitudes.
Ooh.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I
I'll
didn't
say,
say
as
it.
a black woman, would you say the
I
same?
think women in general need to work
Women
on
in
their
general, but
attitude.
come on, don't nobody
And,
have an attitude like a
I
sister.
say
Keep it real.
women, and I don't think it's an attitude versus just being strong. I think there's a difference.
Yeah, but
A
it comes
difference- and
off
then I
as
think there's a
attitude.
difference also in being hurt over and over, and it's a source of protection. You're trying to protect yourself. That doesn't mean that it's an attitude.
Speak it.
It doesn't mean that it's an attitude.
Oh, it's an
So a
attitude,
reason
but I
don't agree with
also
that.
agree with you
Because
that
they'll
it's
say
a
right
reason
now.
behind the attitude.
but
So
right
that's
now-
that's why I can see why she's like, "What do you mean attitude?
It's
It's
not attitude.
attitude. It's attitude." And I'm not going. Hey, because sometimes I'll be like, "Sister, chill."
But that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
They could say you got an
Hey.
attitude right now, but you just being intense.
Right.
You just being
Passionate.
passionate.
Well, they would
but
say that
somebody
that's
else will
stereotypical
see that
because
as
they're
having
being
an attitude.
stereotypical.
That's what I'm saying.
Being stereotypical, but that stereotype came from somewhere. Because a lot of us do have attitudes. However,
Okay.
there's reason behind it. That I agree
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
It's not just for nothing. Sisters probably have more attitude than other races because we've been through more. There's reason behind it.
Okay.
We're getting messed over all the time. We constantly think we're being messed over. And our men aren't doing us too right as a whole either.
Right.
So there's a reason for the attitude, but I ain't going to say we don't have it.
So let me ask you
Now,
this.
I wouldn't say everybody have it, or it's a
Well, not
majority,
everybody,
or
of course not
majority.
everybody.
It's a stereotype. So when you take one person and say, or one group and say, or a few and say everybody have it, or the majority of sisters have it, I don't believe that.
Well, why
I'm
do
not
people
gonna,
say
I'm
that,
not going
though?
to say that because
Deborah?
it's a stereotype. It's a
Where that
that's what-
stereotypes come from somewhere.
It doesn't mean it come from the truth, but
So-
it's a stereotype.
have a-
It's
I
a
have-
reason for
Yeah.
stereotypes.
So
I'm
I
not
have
gonna agree.
up there. How important when you guys when you're dating, married, but it's still important in our community. How important do you think therapy is? While we're married or while we're dating and continue to date, how important is therapy?
I
Yes.
think. Go ahead.
It's very important. I think everybody need therapy.
Okay.
Everybody, because when you was growing up, there's things that you seen, and from your parents, your family, whoever was in your environment, that has shaped you as a person and your view of the world and your view as others. And so there's no way to escape that. You get that when you're younger, and so the way you are is because of things that you've been through, things that you've seen, and
That's me. So what you guys think about self-accountability in terms of our community, women?
As far as therapy, I think therapy is necessary, especially when you're in a long-term relationship or a long-term marriage. I think therapy is necessary. Therapy is usually not the female who doesn't want to go to therapy. It's usually the male. And what's funny is I did the Real Husbands of Houston's yesterday, and I had some husbands in talking to them, and we talked about therapy. And there were two reasons, main reasons why they said men, especially black men, don't like to go to therapy. And one of those reasons is they don't want anybody in their business. But, I explained, therapists can't tell your business. They can lose
Correct.
their license. They can't do that.
Correct.
And what was the other reason was and that's another thing, and maybe you can let the men pick the therapist if that helps. Then they go pick somebody that's misogynistic, and they all on their side. I don't know.
I had a man, black man.
Yeah.
You see how you pick? So that would be an answer to maybe getting more men to be interested in going to therapy, because usually females don't have a problem with therapy. We're usually the ones who want therapy.
It was opposite in my case though. Because
you didn't want to go.
The person I was with, he recommended going to therapy, and I was
Really?
like, "We just dating. We got problems. We just don't need to date no more. Why we need?
wow.
And then I hate to tell you,
Why we need to go to therapy? Like
Wow.
this ain't. We not. We not engaged or anything like that. It's like usually when you see things that's not working out, and you just
Split.
dating, just split. Why you got to go to therapy?" But he advocated for it. So I was like, okay. So we went.
So my
ended up
opinion
going.
on therapy too, when people don't want to go, is usually the person who's done the most wrong that don't want to go to therapy,
Is that or they?
because they're gonna be called out on all that
Why-
and have to be held
I don't-
accountable.
Nah, I don't.
It's. I think it's self-awareness too, because a lot of people. I think it's like admitting to something that you know that you did. That's the
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's usually the person that did the most wrong. They don't want to be held accountable. They feel like the fingers are going to be pointed at them because they're the one who's done the most wrong.
Right.
And why would you want to go to therapy and sit and talk about you and all the wrong that you did?
I think in a marriage, yes, but in dating, I'm
Dating,
like,
I can see, unless you plan on getting married. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was, usually you don't take the person you've been dating for a year to go to therapy.
Right. Well, that's a deep. That's
It's not
heavy
a bad
though.
idea though. If
So-
you
Yeah,
plan,
you
if you
should.
plan to go
You
further.
probably should.
So you know what I heard, and this is heavy. This hit me like a ton of bricks, and this is in marriages and dating, that people will go to therapy before they pray for each other publicly with each other. They would rather go to
can see
therapy
that.
versus praying praying with each other. And the advice that the brother was saying, he's like, if you find a woman, he specifically said a woman, that could pray for you openly, that's the one.
Yeah.
Because some people would rather flee and go somewhere else to do whatever. And she said, I got this. I'm going to take care of this.
Okay.
I said, ooh, I need a woman that's going to pray for me.
She's a runner.
Absolutely, and vice versa.
Yeah.
What was you said something about cheating?
Yeah. Oh, you went back.
She remember that.
Oh, you went back to that.
Now, you can't be in a 26-year marriage and you ain't been through some shit.
That's right. So, we're going to talk about it. So Deborah, she was just so passionate about this subject, so I just had to bring it up. I just felt it in her spirit.
Okay.
So, no, cheating. So, cheating is a big thing, right? It happens. And I say cheating, not just infidelity when it comes to sex. I'm talking about cheating on emotional, just spending time with your work wife or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying every work wife is cheating, but I'm just saying they spend more time with their work wife than with you.
Okay.
Cheating. Is it a passable sin that can't be forgiven, or do you forgive, and how many times do you forgive if that person is committing that same act multiple times, just in different situations? The way she's looking at me, she give me that look. Tam is looking at me like,
I'm trying to see how I want to respond to that, because I believe that cheating, I did a whole video about it, I believe that cheating is forgivable.
okay.
I think you cannot go into a relationship and especially expect to maintain a long-term relationship and expect that this person's not going to cheat on you or hurt you in any kind of way.
Okay.
They're going to do something to hurt you, but guess what? Your children are going to do something to hurt you too.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom might do something to hurt you. Your brothers, sisters, siblings. I mean, you know what I mean? People are people, and it's human nature. People aren't perfect. And there's a lot of people in your life, like I said, including your children, that are going to do things to hurt you, and you're probably going to forgive them. Definitely you have to forgive. People aren't perfect. And you might be asking for their forgiveness for some shit you do.
That's true.
As well, because you're not perfect either.
But you looking at it, so that's what you're saying is 100% true. And you're looking at it because you experienced this long term. Most people, and I'm going to you, Deborah, most people can't see that because they never experience. So it's like if you never experienced it, you can't see that far out. Like you can't.
But I experienced that the first year in. Wow. So that's been ongoing off and on here and there.
Oh, wow. And you decided to stay.
And I stayed because cheating ain't my deal breaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheating ain't my deal breaker. We had this conversation. Most women, that's their deal breaker. That's not my deal breaker because of what I just said. Some things you're going to do. And let me tell you what I don't understand. A lot of women say, most men cheat. All men cheat. And when he do, you're surprised. I believe most men cheat.
Yeah.
So when you do, I didn't have you on a pedestal.
Okay.
You did what I thought you might do. Because I already think that. You know what I'm saying? Am I happy about it? Do I want you to do it? No, of course not. But I know that you're imperfect. And it's not easy. And sometimes it's not as easy to forgive. But I can forgive because, like I said, my daughter has done things that was hurtful. You know what I mean? And then here lately, I've done something that was hurtful to him. I mean, you never know when it's going to be you asking for forgiveness, you know? So that cheating is not my deal breaker.
That's heavy. That's deal. What about you, Deborah?
Yeah, no, cheating is my deal breaker.
You out of there?
I'm out.
So what type of cheating?
Physical cheating.
Just sex?
Physical cheating, no, I think other cheat, like, you know, talking to a girl on the phone, messaging her, all of that stuff, that's a deal breaker too.
That's it?
Yeah.
Done.
I'm a runner, I'm a track star. I'll be out real quick.
So you don't believe most men cheat?
I don't. We've had this conversation.
You don't believe most men cheat?
I don't believe most men cheat. I look at it with the glass half full, not half empty.
Okay.
And I do not believe most men cheat. Now, do men cheat in general? Yes. My daddy cheated on my mom. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I don't believe most men cheat. I'm going to go into a situation trusting that you will not cheat on me.
Of course.
Until you give me a reason to not trust you in that environment.
So you're going to leave. Even if y'all invest, so you're going to leave. If you're invested 10 years.
She doesn't know that.
Years.
Physical cheating, definitely.
You said definitely. You don't know that.
No.
Until you're in that situation.
No, I'm saying physical
a lot of
cheating,
women,
definitely.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to be the
I'm
moderator.
I'm not about to take the time to try to heal from that. I'm not. It's too much stuff to go on. I'm just not. That's my deal breaker. Like you said, it's not your deal breaker, but you know what your deal breaker is. I know what my deal breaker is.
But even what my deal breaker is, I don't know
cheating.
if I would still be with the guy if he did that deal breaker.
Because
you don't really know until you're in the situation.
It is cheating for me.
I know what you're saying.
I've been in the situation. It's cheating for me.
Right, but there might be a man that you love more than him.
It's cheating for me.
That's a good question.
I'm just saying, you just don't know till you're in the situation.
So what?
I've been in the situation.
Because my deal breaker is a motherfucker who's sorry as hell, don't want to work, don't want to do shit.
Okay.
That's my deal breaker. But, and I say, I ain't going to be with you if you're sorry and you don't want to do what your part as a man. I don't want to be with you. But that's not to say I'm not going to get with a man and be so in love.
Right. I'm not gonna
He's like that, and I don't deal with it. That's all I'm saying. That's my deal breaker, but you just don't know.
If you haven't been in a situation, but I'm saying I've been in a situation, and it was a deal breaker.
You don't think you would be out?
No.
I was out.
No, that's why she left.
But you might love the next man differently.
But I understand what she's saying. She's saying that you don't know what you don't know. But you're saying, I understand what you're saying also. You're saying that at this present moment, how I feel and what I experience, I don't want to feel that no more.
Yeah, I'm
right.
wrong.
That's
I'm not trying
that's
to
a trigger for me, and I'm not doing that. I'm not
Yeah.
experiencing. I get that. But what you're saying is, it's always somebody better, or
you just don't know.
You don't know. Like you don't. I'm not saying that this is not your trigger.
Yeah, no, but cheating is a choice too. You got to always. It's not a need. It is a choice. So when anybody cheats on you, they are making a logical decision to do that, knowing that it will cause you. Yes.
See, I don't see it as a choice. I do see it as a decision. It is a choice.
It's
a bad decision.
You can say no.
That's a decision.
I don't want. That's a choice.
Is there a difference between a choice
and a decision?
I do.
Cheating is a decision.
So ain't nobody putting a gun to your head saying
I agree.
to do this, to kiss this female or male, or to have sex with them. Ain't nobody it's a choice that you are making in that moment.
So,
but how are you so perfect that you were not going to cheat on him?
I didn't say I wasn't perfect.
But
I didn't
say
say
she's
I
not
wasn't
gonna
perfect.
When people don't forgive, to me, that's saying you're not going to make that mistake.
I could forgive you. I'm just not going to stay with you. If you do harm to me, I could be like, I forgive you, but I don't have to keep myself in that situation with you. That's the choice I'm going to make. I don't have to keep being there with you as a girlfriend, or if it's vice versa as a boyfriend. You don't have to stay in that situation. You can forgive the person and leave. Your family could do you wrong, and you could be like, you know what, y'all did me wrong, I'm gonna forgive you, but I don't want to mess with you no more. A business partner could do you wrong, and you be like, "Oh, you stole all my money? Okay, I'm gonna let you have that. But we ain't doing business no more. I ain't gonna be here with you no more." So that's what that means. It doesn't mean that I'm better than you or you can't forgive me or vice versa. But I'm not gonna keep myself in that environment.
Is a mistake that you'll ever make yourself?
I didn't say that.
But that's important.
I didn't say that.
I'm asking.
I didn't say
I'm asking.
Anybody
you don't
can make
think
a mistake.
That you would at some point maybe need somebody to forgive you?
I'm not saying I don't forgive the person.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you hear what I'm
Because
not
that's
saying
the arrogance of it
forgi-
to me. How can I not forgive you when I might make
I'm
the same mistake and ask you for
person.
forgiveness?
I'm just saying I'm not staying in that
Would you want
situation
him
with
to
them.
stay with you?
No, I wouldn't require them. If they
you
want to
can't require
leave,
it.
if they want to leave, if they feel like, okay, I'm gonna forgive you, but this is just something I can't deal with, then no, they can leave.
So I got
That's
a question.
their choice.
I got a question for both of y'all. In this conversation, I love it. I love the passion in it.
We always do this.
Oh, that's fine. That's
fine.
fine. That's fine.
Debaters for sure.
That's fine.
We don't back down.
So I ask this question to most of my guests. And go ahead and take that shot, baby. You need it.
I'm good. Water shot.
What's the shot gonna do?
So
don't worry about me. I got it.
Right. So in this conversation, would you date you?
I got it going on. I would so date me.
Okay.
I would so date me.
Okay.
Sometimes I've been through a lot. My husband and I have been through a lot. And sometimes, especially lately, you know how they say know your worth? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I just realized who the fuck I am.
Okay.
Well, not only would I date me, I'm like, he lucky. He lucky. I got a lot going on. I have my faults. I'm not perfect, but I got it going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking he lucky.
Shout
Why
out
I
to
didn't
that.
know this like 5 years ago? You been out of that something? Because what?
I get it, baby. I get it. I'm here. Deborah, would you date you?
So go ahead.
At this present moment, probably not.
Okay.
No, I got some work I need to do.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's
I
real.
wouldn't date me. Not right now. Not right now.
Why
Right.
not?
Because I got some self work I need to work on. Like I
Okay.
got some business I need to handle. And yeah, if somebody come into my life right now, it's not gonna be good. And I know that. So that's why I'm not really open to dating right now, because
Gotcha.
I know right now where I'm at.
And that's a good realization.
That's
Yeah.
but that's self accountability too.
Yeah.
Ah,
I don't
there
have
you
a
go.
problem with
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
I'll apologize when I'm wrong. It don't be that much,
Yeah.
but I'll apologize when I'm wrong.
Okay, that's
I
good.
do. I always do.
We gaining some ground in our community. We're gaining some ground, guys.
Okay.
So, but this conversation that you guys was having, I was checking how you guys was interacting with each other, even though it was passionate, and you know how we talked about how Black women are, you know, combative in certain situations. But you guys had what I call a heated dialogue, where it was still kind of heated, but it was at the same time it was professional, and it was no malice or no trigger
Right.
that was set for you, like, you know, FUB, blah 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 blah,
Maturity.
We'll never do
stuff
that.
like
Maturity.
that. So it's
Yeah.
saying that how do you think we can overcome that as a race? Because you know, something like that, something small like that. Say we out just going to say a urban social or
Yeah.
somebody, and you get in a heated dialogue with somebody that you don't know, but somebody might trigger them.
Yeah.
And they might take it as disrespect or who this B thinks he talking to.
Right.
Whoop. But it was just having a conversation. But how do you think we can overcome that as a
Well,
community?
some of that I've known Deborah for over 10 years.
Okay.
So some of that issue might be because they don't know each other.
Yeah.
Some of it, liquor plays a part.
There's a
Some
lot.
people are angry drunks, you know.
Yeah.
And if you're out somewhere, it's likely people are drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think making your point in a calm manner, as far as talking to strangers and people you don't know well,
Yeah.
just in a calm manner, making your point or whatever.
Make
but
them
it takes
comfortable.
maturity too. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to understand. You got to be able to have crucial conversation, and everybody's not going to agree with you.
Right.
And we personally, I think we love a good debate,
Yeah. Yeah.
so we're okay with that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Especially if the opposite sex is just as intelligent and just as articulate as you guys.
Bam.
I think the conversation could be, you know, it can highlight and go
Yeah.
from there. So let me ask you guys this in closing. I want both of you guys to give me a remedy. If someone was to take your remedy and say, you know what, we're going to use your formula for this particular thing, right? What would you say or do to bind or mend or strengthen healthy relationships in the Houston area between black women, African American women, and African American men? What would you do?
Is this black men and women in relationships or
relationships leading to marriage?
Okay.
What would you guys do? Like if you had some words of encouragement or some things, you'll say, you know what? I think we should do this, and this is the playbook. What would you guys say?
You want to go or you want me?
You go ahead.
Okay. So I would say if you're moving towards and wanting to maintain something long term, a lot of people say you got to have trust.
Okay.
That's not at the top of my list. It's forgiveness. Because they going to do something to hurt you.
Forgiveness.
Don't go into a relationship thinking this is my knight in shining armor or this is my queen and they're not going to do anything wrong. They are human. So it ain't trust. It's forgiveness. Forgiveness is major. And forgiveness is not always about cheating. Okay?
That's real.
All right. So that would I would say forgiveness is important. I would say intimacy as far as relationships is important. That might be more for females. Intimacy is important, ladies.
That is important.
That's important.
And we're not just talking sex. We're talking intimacy prior to sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm talking heavy on the sex because I know ladies kind of.
I got you.
Well, you know, and you'll hear that a lot from husbands. You know, I wasn't getting none. You know, it's been a month.
Right.
You know, so ladies got to stay.
Ooh, I don't understand that, but okay.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
But ladies got to understand that. I don't know if it's the routine of it or so much, weight on them as far as family and domestic stuff they have to do. I don't know. But intimacy, I think, is very important. I think compromise is important.
Okay. Intimacy, finances.
Yeah.
And what was the last one?
I think that was it. But compromise.
Compromise.
It was compromise, especially if you have an introvert and an extrovert. You got to compromise.
Gotcha. I like that. Deborah, what we got?
I would say transparency.
Okay.
Because, just looking or being in Houston dating scene and what I hear is out there is horrible, right? But I don't know if y'all have seen online where there's a couple and they say if toxic couples speak what they really what they're thinking. And the husband is like, oh, I'm finna go out to my sneaky link. And she's like, okay, have a good time, but make sure you hear back by this time and bring home some money. Basically what they're thinking, but all these secrets, all of these things. And I think if you're dating and you really know what's behind those closed doors, meaning in that person's head, then you won't waste your time. I think a lot of time is being wasted on certain individuals when you could have moved on and things like that. So I'm saying being transparent. I think that's important. And then open dialogue. Okay. Communication, but not just talking and communicating, but also listening and understanding what that other person is saying. A lot.
Active listening.
Yes, active listening. I mean, and being empathetic when
you're
listening, because a lot of times we don't. And I do this too, even though I've taught on communicating empathy. But when someone is talking to me and they're telling me their problems, and then maybe I'll be like, well, you did this to me and you did that, which I would say women have a problem of doing that when we've been hurt a lot. We'll take it from if the guy is, expressing his feelings and say, well, you hurt me when you did this, well, you hurt me when you did this, we shift that blame. And I think that is a problem, and that's been called to my attention by somebody I have dated. So it's something I'm like, okay, I need to try to work on that, or I need to work on that. So being able to communicate and that empathy. And as far as finances and stuff, like you spoke to that's never been a concern of mine with individuals, or even in my marriage. We never had that issue with finances and things of sort. But so I don't know what that conversation looked like, because that's not been a problem with me when it comes to dating and things of that sort. But yeah, I would say transparency and communication.
Effective communication.
Effective communication.
I got you. That's good. So and empathy. So that's some great tools right there. Has ever heard of the term compatibility and chemistry?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So out of those two, a woman, if she's an active listener of her body and of the situation was going on, she would know if the man likes him or not. You just got to listen to yourself. One, you got to know yourself, and you got to listen to yourself.
And
so
his
the thing
actions.
is, so this is and this deeper than what we're talking about. If a person really knows themselves, and I'm talking about in and out. They know themselves, and they're doing the work on themselves. They're going to easily see themselves with somebody else. Easy. But they got to first do the work for them. Because it's, when I say compatibility and chemistry, you will only commute with something or someone that's similar to you on that journey. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you are you. As you grow, you're going to only experience and only connect to that.
Yeah. You attract what you're connected to. Y'all kind of have that shared space. Yeah.
But
mindset
sometimes that's
and all
hard to
that.
find.
Yeah.
And it's just.
I gave y'all some game for that.
Yeah.
I gave y'all too much game right
Yeah.
now. I can't give
It's
y'all
kind of.
that.
It's
That was
kind
heavy
of
right
messed
there.
up.
That's a psychology thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be easy to find.
It is.
No, you it's at the level where you are, you meet that person
Yes.
at that level. So as you become more self-aware and raise your level, you'll meet those people
Yes.
at your level where you're at.
Oh, that's the other thing. Get out the house. I know a lot of females. I know a lot of good females, good women,
out the house.
who want to be in
That's
relationships and
true.
won't go nowhere,
That's
and they won't
true.
get on dating sites.
That's
They won't do
true.
anything. So I'm like, you want them to break in, like what? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to get out to meet the one on
That
your
is
level
true.
or whatever. So that's why I'm saying it's like that's hard
Yeah.
to do because a lot of people don't even
Not
want to
at
get out.
clubs, not at brunch or what?
Somewhere,
You can meet them at a
just
club.
get out.
Sunday.
Just
You can
get
meet them
out.
at a club.
No, Sunday.
I met my husband at a club.
See, I'm telling you, you can meet them at a club. So the club, the place.
Oh, y'all. Oh, speak on it. Speak on it. Cause let me tell you, the ones in the club in church on Sunday.
I'm telling you.
They in church.
Them the ones that go
They
to
in
brunch.
church on Sunday.
Them the
See,
ones,
you know what
look.
I'm saying? When
Yeah,
you meet him at church, he was in the club
They go to
last
church
night.
and they going straight to brunch.
Anyway, I met my
I'd
husband at
rather
the club,
meet at the
26
gym
years.
or doing some type of, networking event or an
Why?
activity.
Why does
Because
it
that's
matter?
just where it doesn't. That's where
Oh, it means he's
quality
active.
usually is
Okay.
where I meet quality men.
Okay. I got
Okay.
you.
It's at
Or he likes the same
stuff
things that you
that.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, to have things in common because that's the places. Yeah, I thought you were saying like meet him in church and meet him,
No,
at the grocery store.
no,
Leave people
no.
alone at the grocery store. I'm sorry, we can go on and on.
At the
Oh
gym.
Lord! When I go to that gas station, I make sure I'm dressed down so nobody say that.
Oh, no,
because
they
they're gonna
say
say
more.
something
They say
more
more.
when they're gonna say something more, like we were saying about the Instagram models earlier.
Yeah.
They're gonna say something more when you're dolled
I
up.
get more
So you
hit. I
purposely
get
look
hit
down.
on more when I'm not all dressed up and glammed up. I do. Going
I
to
don't think
the
that's
the
common.
I
gas
told you,
station,
basic.
I don't think it's
grocery
common.
store.
Men like
all
basic
of
things.
that. Because it's
No, that's
less
not common.
intimidating too.
That's not common.
It's less
too.
intimidating for them too.
Or,
So
or
I'll
they
get
know.
them to approach
I
me
bet
more.
fixed up. She really is. I don't know. Is that what y'all think?
Nah, we just like basic things. We like simple. Men like a simple
Y'all don't
life.
show that.
We like nice cars, nice houses, and we like our toys. But we like simple
Trophies.
things.
Trophy
Yeah,
women.
yeah, we like that. We like
Exactly.
having a beautiful woman that's
Exactly.
and she doesn't have to be intelligent. She
I don't
doesn't.
know about that
That's
because
a
a lot of
whole
high
nother-
dollar men like intelligent women because they got to take them to different events
Well,
and stuff.
that's
They got to be
different.
able to hold
I
a
got in
conversation.
such a debate online because they, and it might be true, but I was like, whatever. That women, as they get more intelligent or they get higher up in class, they are less attractive or less like you don't want to get with them. Men don't want to get
Correct.
them
Because they don't want to leave work to come home to work.
But what about when they go to
Ooh,
work
wait a
events?
minute.
They got to have somebody who can have a conversation.
That's a whole
I mean, you got to have somebody who can have a conversation,
But it's
especially if you're in
different.
corporate or something like that.
But no,
Or
no. We don't want that. When we come home,
Oh.
we want some red beans up in New Orleans. So we want some red beans, some gumbo.
You
some,
want the old school. Why can't we we get that too? If you expect for us to work 8 hours a day
okay.
That's
and
the
then
thing.
come home too
Yeah.
and work, why can't you do the same thing? Like why do you expect for a woman to do more?
Because unconsciously, he just told you her
Well,
ass ain't working.
Well, with
No.
me-
He
If
just
she
said when
working,
you
no,
come-
because
if you-
what
no, he
men
just
are
wanna
wanting.
come home to that. She not
no,
at
but
work.
what men are wanting is for a woman. Yeah, you got to work too. My
Yeah.
woman got to work too.
Yeah.
But when you come home, I expect to have the house better be clean. I want the house clean. I want
No, we gonna have a
the
nanny.
food cooked. I want all
Yeah,
of this
it's
done.
different when you
but
work,
when
when
you
you got a
get
working
off
woman.
of work, you get to sit up and watch TV.
That's right.
That ain't
Yeah.
right.
But that's
no,
not right.
No.
That's not fair.
That we ain't
So-
in the
That's not fair.
1940s,
But
20s
however,
anymore.
let me
We
say-
not
let me
doing
say
that, 'cause
this
if
to the-
I'ma
to the-
work when I get off, you gonna work
That's
too
right.
when you get off.
And that's the key word, work.
Yes.
But now, housewives,
I'm just saying.
y'all supposed to have dinner cooked when that man get home. A housewife.
Housewife,
A
that's
housewife, you
different,
supposed to
yes.
have that house clean. I don't give a damn how many
I
kids
agree.
you have.
A
You're
housewife.
supposed to have that
Yeah,
done.
if she don't
However, if she's
That's fair.
working,
Yeah.
why do y'all expect those same things?
Exactly.
Well, the thing is this: if she's a housewife Some men like that. But you guys know this. Most women that are housewives are controlled. The dollars are controlled. He monitors everything, who she talked to, what she talked to, how she do, how she move, what she dressed. Nobody wants to live that life, especially a grown woman. That's one. Two, it's a choice. If you're in a decision that you're with someone and you say, baby, you can work, but you don't have to work, but you can work, right? That's your choice.
Yeah.
But don't do that, what you just did. I do all this, no, that was your choice. But this is when
if it's not my choice, that's what I'm speaking.
Okay, that's different.
If it's not my choice,
Now, that's
we
different.
both have to work in order to make ends meet.
Now-
we both have to work.
now-
Then why do you have those still have
But
those
now-
expectations for her to have red beans and rice cooked and all that?
Well,
She's
a lot
of
working,
guys do.
especially if she's sharing bills.
well,
Yeah.
now the conversation
Like, so
the conversation is going to be had because it's like, okay, well, you working 8 hours, I'm working 10 hours, and this is what I expect. Can you fulfill those duties? If not, we could alter those, those expectations. That's where the effective communication comes in there, right? So, and that's with mature people. Now, if you come in there, I'm old school, especially older men much older than myself. They ain't playing no game. Just straight up, look, we want this, this, and this. Now, men like myself that understand, they had a hard day. They had a hard time at work, and at least I can just prepare something or get some food on the way home, this, that, and the other. But we communicate that, right? But most older men, I say 50 and beyond.
The ones that nobody want, but the young women with daddy
Yeah, don't
issues.
know.
Well, they got money.
The young women, yeah, we don't need their money.
Well, they just want the arm candy.
They want
That's
the
what
young women with daddy issues.
There's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
why they don't want our age. But that's okay.
Yeah, they can
don't-
have
they
our
don't-
age,
they don't-
especially if
that's
you got some
fine with
shit
me.
going on for you. Because
want you
you
either.
ain't finna tell me what to do and I didn't work and stuff
I
just
know
like
that's
you.
Right.
See, y'all, I'm going to say y'all. I'm talking about y'all, not black women, y'all. Since y'all here.
You being specific.
Yeah. Nothing is wrong. I don't think nothing is wrong with a person wanting what they want. I don't think nothing wrong with that. So if you date a man, and if a man wants that,
That's right.
okay, allow. Because the thing is, from my experience being married, most women already give you that mirage anyway. They think you run everything, but you really don't. And it takes a man that's intelligent to be like, I don't run nothing. That woman runs everything. But, outside, you can be like, yeah, this is my house. I put my foot down there, everything stop. Yeah, that's ego. But the reality is I know the woman activates everything. But most men don't have that conscience. They don't understand that. They think that most women already know how to play the game. Why don't you just play the game? Just play the game.
Nah, you can want that all you want, but we won't be in that same. Nah,
Man, we on machismo. We gotta feel that we're conquering
But
our house.
I believe in catering to your man.
Ego.
I believe in doing that. I do believe in
Good.
doing that. I believe in. I work full time.
Did Beyonce say that?
My husband and I
Let me
both
cater
work
to
full
you.
time.
That's
Baby,
once a
this
once a
is your
year.
day.
Oh,
Once a year.
I know, but we both work full
Birthday
time. But
Valentine.
I still don't let him come home to a dirty house. I make sure the house
Good.
is clean.
Good.
I don't really cook, but I try to make sure he has something there to eat. And I work full time, so I do believe in that. But I also believe in reciprocation.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
you
if
gotta
it's
do some-
reciprocated, then
yeah.
we don't have a problem
There you
with
go.
it. I think
There
that's
you
it.
go.
Like I cook,
Yeah.
I could cook. So if
Yeah.
we can, like if you want to make me breakfast every morning, you can't cook, but
I
you
got
can cook
you.
breakfast. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, baby,
Good.
I'm gonna cook for you. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, when both
Yeah.
people would just be fair about it.
Yeah. yeah.
Be a man.
And you
about
can't
it.
expect too much when she's working, especially depending on her job. You can't expect too much.
Yeah.
So
you
I
know, 'cause
need.
she's tired.
So this is what I need from y'all. I need for the people to get in contact with you guys. So I need you guys to give your handles and what you got going on. If you got anything in terms of business, where you want to reach them, fitness, if you need a workout partner, you need somebody to hit the sprinter up, tell them where can they find y'all.
We don't have that going on.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
private. For now, anyway.
So
Okay, so my name is Tam. I have Talks with Tam, H-Town. It's a new podcast that I have that I was going to promote on YouTube, but it's
Okay.
moving real slow. But most of my following is on TikTok.
okay.
So I'll give you my TikTok handle is @LevelDiva. Is LEVELDDA.
IBA. Check it out.
I think it's
Go
DDBA.
check it out. Check it on your
I know
phone.
I have to say it to
Check
make it right, huh?
We want it right.
Anyway, Instagram handle is @TamObro. That's @TamObroe. And my TikTok handle is Level Diva. TikTok is at Level Diva, LEVELED DVA. And Instagram handle is at Tam Obro, TAMOBROE. So, and I hope you guys check out my videos. I do a lot of shorts, and I have a new podcast, and I'll be dropping those podcast videos probably a couple of times a month.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome. What you got, Deborah?
Well, my IG is DZ as in zebra J dot presents. So you can follow me on there, and that was one of the reasons why I said, I'm taking time for myself and not really dating, because starting to get my business back up and running.
Okay.
It's been like a year in hiatus, so working on that, so I don't have no time to do the dating thing. So
Got you.
just stay tuned. But it's DZ Presents. It's LLC, and it's a presentation consulting firm. So yeah.
Good. That's awesome. I like that. Doing positive things in the community, and we're connecting people with connecting people. And we're gonna do this off camera, but culturally distinct, we do financial literacy over here, just saying. Mm-hmm. Financial literacy, not for money. We do it to help the community out, right? We build businesses, we help cultivate business, we help scale businesses, we help do all that stuff over here. So we're blessed to be a blessing.
That's good.
We're
That's
blessed
awesome,
We're
actually.
blessed to be a blessing.
Yeah.
So that's why, this is the platform where I started. Outside of the conversations, we also help the community out.
Nice.
Right? From nonprofit all the way up to finances.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. It's a great show, and hope you guys get something out of it. Please do not be in my DMs. I'm gonna give y'all these two. I'm gonna give you Tam and Deborah's DM, because it wasn't me that said it. I didn't have too many male opinions they was talking about. I just wanted to know about how some black women, address certain things in the Houston area, because I didn't know.
No, you didn't know.
I didn't know. So the dialogue,
Hold your darts.
the dialogue that we had today was, I think, was great. What you guys think? How y'all felt about it?
Oh, yeah, very good. Very good dialogue.
Good. It
And
was
hopefully
good.
we help somebody with something.
Yes. They're gonna be in your DM talking to y'all,
Oh,
so.
shit.
And they be outside too. I'm just saying. I gotta tell y'all where they be at. I'm gonna, hit me up. I'm gonna let y'all know what it is.
We like to be outside. Nice places. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, man, look, tell a friend what we got going on. You already know what it is. This is your boy DJ KO, man. Look, you already know where we at. Culturally distinct everywhere. We everywhere. You know that. So. Anyway, and word of the day, I got a word of the day, guys. Every podcast that I do one word of the day, and it sums up everything that we spoke about, right? So the word of the day is infidelity. No, I'm not. It's not going to be. It's going to be community.
Don't start another conversation.
I know, right? It's going to be, the word of the day is community. Make sure you invest in your community. Make sure you do something that's positive, that's going to advance and impact your community. This is your boy DJ KO. I love you guys. You can't do nothing about it. Peace.